Hello and welcome to the Lutherans Restoring Creation Video Workshop, session number 1, Introduction. Hi, my name is Noni Strand.
And I'm Gary Anderson.
We're members of the Central State Synod Lutherans Restoring Creation Mission Table. Mission Table members are dedicated to helping congregations across our synod implement creation care initiatives in their own settings by utilizing the resources of Lutherans Restoring Creation.
We are creating a series of videos that can be used by your congregation to help you. There are 10 videos in the series that can be used in their entirety or individually according to the needs of your congregation.
Today, we're delighted to introduce to you Phoebe Morad, who is the Executive Director of National Lutherans Restoring Creation. And she's going to introduce us to LRC and the work that it does in the ELCA. Phoebe.
Thank you so much, Noni. Thanks for having me. And I am really excited to share with you where Lutherans Restoring Creation fits into the picture. If you think about how many Lutherans there are across the country and the fact that a lot of us understand that creation care is part of our faith, we want to make sure that the ELCA helps lift that up. So Lutherans Restoring Creation really came from a grassroots group of these people that thought, you know what, we need to take this more seriously and integrate it into the ethos of our church work. So we accomplish this by cultivating a community of these dedicated stewards. And who you see before you today, Noni and Gary, exemplify that as they have grown their mission table team. So if you want to go ahead to the next slide, Noni, I'll just share with you how Lutherans Restoring Creation as a grassroots group fits into the larger picture of what the ELCA as a church-wide organization does. ELCA has World Hunger, where we help, build farms and create food in people's backyards. We have mission work going on even from a synod-wide level. When you think about Lutheran Outdoor Ministries, they're obviously doing a lot of creation care work. All of us feel very attached to whatever camp we've been to in our area. We also partner with other outside organizations like Blessed Tomorrow, which is part of a national organization called Eco America. So if you think about, there are lots of different facets within and without the ELCA, and Lutherans Restoring Creation is part of that larger work. And we do this, if you want to go ahead to the next slide, Noni, we try to think about our work about how, if we take our understanding of creation care and help churches try to figure out how do we integrate the significance of creation care and how we use God's resources, how do we think about that as far as the work of every committee in a typical church? So most churches have these things going on in them anyways. We typically have a worship and music committee. We do Christian education. We have buildings and grounds and facilities we have to take care of. We try to be public witness in the world. And we're all trying to constantly be sent into the world with an ideal of personal discipleship. So a lot of our materials are trying to help people understand how to take the idea of creation care and actively live that out in the life of the church in all of its different ways. So thank you very much for having me, and I look forward to seeing more of you in more of these sessions.
Thanks.
Thank you, Phoebe. That's great. Here in the Central State Synod, we became an LRC Synod by action of the Synod Assembly in 2015. A mission table made up of about a dozen folks who from around our synod have been meeting monthly by conference call ever since then.
So we've hosted workshops and events, and we've presented at synod assemblies, and we've been active in our own congregations across the synod, and we try to encourage other congregations like yours to become more involved in LRC. We hope that this video series can help to your congregation to get involved as together we create a more just, sustainable, and peaceful world.
So looking back to the first time that we got together with a workshop, we got to be at Tomoshinga, which was amazing. And that was actually thanks to ELCA World Hunger, was their education and networking grants helped you all get together. So that's another way that all of our ministries support one another. So being together in person, but even when you're not in person, to get to know one another, we typically start off with, let's think about why, most people listening to this were drawn to it because they felt some connection between their faith and the outside world. And if you think about looking back, growing up, or maybe even just yesterday, was there an aha moment that helped you make that connection between your faith and the outside world? What was that moment that signaled the strong connection for you?
I'll start.
So if you have,
I'll start and give you an example. I grew up in Southeast Kansas on a farm and spent a lot of time in nature. In college, I majored in biology, and then my career ended up in transportation. In 2007, I joined the Kansas Sierra Club. The Sierra Club is the oldest environmental organization in the United States. And I became involved in an environmental battle in our state over the plans to expand a coal electricity generating plant in our state. Since then, I've expanded my education and I'm working to make a difference in environmental justice for my family and for my neighbors. LRC is my current passion and a great connection to my Lutheran faith.
It's been wonderful to get to know so many amazing people like Gary across the Synod in our LRC work. And we want you to get to know each other better in your congregation. So we invite you to take about 2 to 3 minutes each and just share in your group, what is your aha moment? What brought you to this work and the passion that you have for it? And then we hope that you'll join us for video number 2 when we talk about why Lutherans restoring creation. What are the theological and biblical foundations that uphold this work? And how do the ELCA social statements give us more of a foundation as well? And then we'll also introduce you to the LRC website and the congregational kit that can help to be your guide.
Thanks for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you again soon.